My name is Anthony Corradetti, and I'm a glass blower. I've been a glass blower. I started in 1976, I believe it was. So 36 years, I guess. Well, this particular studio I've been in for 7 years. I've had other studios before this in different parts of the city. So I've had my own independent studio since 1981, I believe it was. In '81, shortly after I moved to Baltimore, I rented a studio space and built a glass studio because there was no other studios here at the time. There's no other place to blow glass, so I built my own studio then. Well, I mean, danger didn't have anything in as far as a deciding factor of why I went into glass blowing. It was just, I don't know, a more compatible medium with me, I guess, somehow. I wouldn't say that the danger was an attraction so much as the danger that it does bring, I'm not afraid of. So whether it's, fire or heat or, torches and whatever danger there is associated with glass is something I'm not really afraid of. I mean, if it was like skydiving or something, I probably wouldn't do it, because there's some dangers that I just don't want to deal with. But so I don't really see them as, I never really saw that as danger or, I think I was attracted to the process. It wasn't because of the danger. It was just I wasn't afraid of it. So. I don't know, something about the glass, the medium, and the process was really, really interesting to me. It's fluid, you're working with something that's over 2,000 degrees 1 minute, and a few minutes later it's cool and hard, and it has this transition. It transitions from a liquid to a solid very quickly, and it's something that's very hot, and I really like being around a lot of heat. And it kind of pulls you in. It's sort of hypnotic, and it's also very addicting. Like when you start making glass, it's a process that you kind of get addicted to, and you want to just learn more and more and get better and better and practice more. And that was like, I guess, my main emphasis when I was younger. When I got out of school, was just to be around glass, to be in a glass environment, in a studio or in a factory or somewhere where I could be around glass. That's all I wanted to do when I was first out of school. But the things that I've been making for years, like the painted stuff that I make, that's all hand painted, that I have shown through galleries, and they're in like museums and different collections and things, corporate collections and things like that. Those are the pieces that are the most valuable to me because they're totally unique and different from anyone else's work, and it's a whole part of me that goes into those pieces. It doesn't go into making, like a traditional bowl or a vase or something that's more about the glass blowing as a craft, because it is a craft. I think it's a craft and an art, depending how you approach it, and I kind of approach it from both angles. I mean, I approach it as an artist sometimes, as a craftsman sometimes as both. But I really like that. I mean, the whole conversation about whether it's art or craft to me doesn't make sense anyway, because it's both, and that's what's so great about it. I love that it's a craft and it's an art form, and you can bring both into one thing. Well, that's always a fun part of glass blowing, that you do need other hands to make something that's more elaborate or bigger or heavier. And you generally always need at least one helper, sometimes 2 or 3. I always have, one assistant all the time, sometimes 2. But I mean, that's a fun part of it for me, that you can, working with someone else, and you're really in close quarters. So it's pretty important that you like that person, So to me, that's a big part of what I do at the studio, is finding people that can mesh together and that can work together well and be around each other and have fun and kind of focus on something at the same time. I've had students actually like drop out of school for a semester or a year even, just to work in the studio with me. You know, which is pretty. I don't know what the word for it is, but it's amazing. You know, like somebody would actually drop out of school, drop out of art school to come to the studio every day and work here for free, just to learn glass blowing. I mean, it's not just. I mean, it's just not just about me. It's about the glass, really. But you know, it's a nice feeling to know that someone, you know, thinks that much of you know, me in the studio and the glass, to do that, to have that effect on someone. And it really does have that effect on people. The process and the material, it's like I said, it's kind of addicting, you know, where you get in the studio, start working with glass, and you just want to do it more. And some of these kids, I think they just find school a distraction from that, and they just give up school for a semester, come in the studio and work in here, and then go back to school, finish up. It just changes people, you know. They just get hooked on glass and the process, and I've seen people just totally change their lives around as a result of you know, coming in the studio and working with glass. It's just something that's so interesting and so commanding. So it demands your attention so much when you're working with it, and it kind of sucks you in and pulls you into the process and makes you focus. And if you're a person that's not focused, it makes you focus on what you're doing, which I think was part of it for me that I really liked. Is it really kind of made me focus, you know, like nothing else ever did in my life, on what I was doing. And it still does. I still, you know, come in here and the days sort of fly past. You know, 8 hours is gone, and I'm never bored, which is a great thing to have in life. I mean, how many people are not bored ever? Just leave the clamp back there somewhere so nobody picks it up. Okay. Down into the bubble, like into it. You don't want to be up on top of it. All right, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Huh? It's right
on the pipe.
I mean, I guess.
Sorry. All right, let me get this thing.
It's a little off, right?
There's the calibers.
There's the caliber.
So where are we at? All right, so if it stretches, we'll be okay.
Ready? Come on. There we go.
Like a big giant paddle in front of me. Open. Alright, open. Hold the jacks on here. Huh? Hold the jacks on there wherever you can. Without trying to touch it. Just squeeze right like this.
ahead, turn it.
Alright, look at the flash. Oh shit, the door never got shut. Fucking burning up. Open up.
Are you breaking it off?